Gentlemen over 60, listen carefully. If you wake up and your manhood feels quiet, if that natural morning strength you once counted on has slowly faded away, I want you to understand something that most men never hear from their doctor. You are not broken. What you are feeling is not the end of your vitality. It is simply your body going silent, waiting for the right signal to come alive again. I am Dr. Julia Morgan, a board-certified urologist with over 15 years of experience helping men restore their vitality, circulation, and confidence naturally without dangerous pills or painful procedures. Today, I am going to show you something that could completely change the way you see your body. 2 simple pressure points that can reawaken your circulation, your sensitivity, and your natural morning strength. These points help your body remember what it was built to do. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. Tell me where you are watching from. Men from all over the world are joining this community, from the United States to India, from Nigeria to Canada. We are all here for the same reason: to stay strong, confident, and full of life after 50. So take a second, write your country in the comments, and let's get started together. Here is the truth that most men never realize. The loss of morning erections is not because of old age. It happens when the connection between your brain, nerves, and blood vessels starts to weaken. Think of your body like a room in your house. The power is still there. The wiring still works, but the switch has not been turned on in a long time. The moment you flip that switch, the light comes back instantly. That is exactly how your body works. The power has always been inside you. You just need to remind your system how to use it again. Over the years, I have seen men in their 60 seconds, 7 seconds, even 80 seconds who believed that part of their life was gone forever. But once they learned how to wake up the hidden switches that control blood flow and nerve signals, everything began to change. Their confidence returned. Their energy improved. They started walking taller, feeling stronger, and reconnecting with their partners again. I remember one of my patients, Harold, a 4-year-old retired teacher. He once told me, "Doc, I do not care about performance anymore. I just want to feel alive again." For 3 weeks, he practiced what I showed him. No medication, no equipment, just gentle pressure, calm breathing, and awareness of his body. Then one morning, Harold called me and said, "Dr. Morgan, I woke up and felt like myself again." His story reminded me that men do not lose their manhood with age. They simply lose the signal that tells their body to respond. And that signal can always be reawakened. Inside your pelvis is a complex network of arteries, veins, and nerves. These work together to send oxygen, warmth, and sensation throughout your body. But after decades of sitting stress and shallow breathing, these pathways start to fall asleep. It is not permanent damage. It is just disconnection. And the best news is that you can reconnect them naturally through 2 powerful pressure points and the right kind of breathing. You can restore communication between your mind and body. You do not need expensive equipment or risky treatments. You only need patience, consistency, and awareness. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where these 2 points are, how to activate them safely, and what small signals to look for when your body begins to wake up again. You will also learn how just 5 minutes a day can bring back circulation, sensitivity, and the quiet strength that defines a healthy man. This is not about chasing youth. It is about reclaiming control. Because when you understand how your body truly works, you stop feeling old and start feeling alive again. Stay with me. In the next few minutes, I will show you where the first hidden switch is and how to use it to restore the energy, confidence, and vitality that you thought were gone. The first signal that controls your vitality begins in a place most men never think about. It sits quietly between your scrotum and your anus, a small area that medical books call the perineum. In Eastern medicine, it is known as the root of life. And that name is not an exaggeration. This small zone is like a master switch that regulates the flow of blood and nerve messages to the entire lower body. When it goes dormant, the whole system weakens. When you wake it up, circulation returns, sensitivity improves, and your confidence begins to rise again. Let me explain why this happens. Underneath this area are two critical structures: the bulbospongiosus muscle and the pudendal nerve. Together, they act as the main control system for your erections. The muscle helps push blood into the erectile tissue, and the nerve carries the signal from your brain to tell it when to activate. Over time, when men sit too long, clench their pelvic muscles unconsciously, or stop paying attention to that region, these signals fade. The light switch is still there, but nobody is touching it. Here is how you begin to turn it back on. Sit on a soft rolled towel or a small cushion placed directly under this area. You should feel gentle, even pressure, not pain, not strain, just a mild contact. Keep your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and breathe slowly through your nose. Focus on letting your belly rise and fall. Do not push, do not squeeze. Simply let your weight sink into that spot. As you sit quietly for a few minutes, you might notice warmth, tingling, or a subtle pulse. That is your body's way of saying the circuit is reconnecting. One of my patients, Thomas, a 71-year-old veteran, told me something I will never forget. He said, "Doc, it feels like the lights went out down there years ago. I just stopped expecting anything to work." After a few days of this practice, he called and said, "I feel a pulse again. Something is coming back to life." That moment changed everything for him, because once a man feels even the smallest flicker of life returning, his entire mindset changes from hopelessness to possibility. This is the moment most men realize that aging is not the problem. Disconnection is. The perineum works like a valve. When it is relaxed and open, blood moves freely. Nerves transmit clearly, and your body remembers how to function. When it is tight or ignored, the flow slows down like a water pipe that has been closed for too long. The beauty of this method is that you do not need strength or stamina. You only need stillness. Stillness brings awareness, and awareness brings connection. According to research from the Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic, even gentle pelvic floor activation improves blood circulation and helps maintain healthy erectile tissue. It is not about building muscle like you do at the gym. It is about waking up the inner control system that governs your vitality. Your perineum is that control point, and learning to feel it again is the first step toward natural restoration. As you practice, take 5 minutes each morning to focus on this area. You can do it while sitting on the edge of your bed or during quiet moments throughout your day. With time, you will notice more warmth in your lower body, deeper breathing, and a general sense of calm energy. All of these are signs that your circulation is improving and that your nerves are communicating again. Gentlemen, remember this. Your body is not too old to respond. It simply needs your attention. The perineum is your foundation, the root of your vitality. Once you wake it up, everything above it begins to benefit your circulation, your energy, your confidence. In the next part, I will show you the second hidden switch that most men completely overlook. It is not in your pelvis, but along your inner thigh, a powerful pathway that connects directly to your body's main blood highway. Stay with me, because once you understand how to open that pathway, your entire system begins to come alive again. The second pressure point that restores a man's strength sits quietly along the inside of your thigh, right where your leg meets your lower abdomen. Most men never think about this spot, but it is home to two of the most powerful structures for male vitality: the femoral artery and the femoral nerve. The artery acts as the main highway that carries blood to your lower body, while the nerve sends signals that control sensation, movement, and responsiveness in the pelvic region. When this pathway becomes tight or restricted, which happens after years of sitting poor, posture, or inactivity, circulation slows, signals weaken, and your vitality fades without you even realizing it. I remember one of my patients, Earl, a 8-year-old truck driver who had spent decades sitting behind the wheel. He told me, "Doc, my thighs are just for walking. They have nothing to do with what happens down there." I smiled and told him to trust the process. For 2 weeks, he followed a simple daily habit that I'm about to share with you. The results completely changed his perspective. Here is what you can do. Sit or lie down comfortably and place your hand on the inner crease of your thigh close to where the leg meets your groin. Use your fingertips to trace that line, gently pressing lightly until you feel a tender or tight area. That tightness is a signal. It shows where circulation has slowed. Apply light, even pressure along that line, breathing deeply and slowly the entire time. As you do this, imagine that pathway opening, allowing fresh blood to move through. You might feel a subtle warmth spreading down your leg or into your lower abdomen. That is the sign you are doing it correctly. According to the Cleveland Clinic, the femoral artery and vein play a crucial role in oxygen delivery and vascular health for the entire lower body. When they are compressed or stiff, it affects not only your legs but also your pelvic function. Gentle stimulation and regular movement help these vessels stay open, flexible, and responsive. It is one of the reasons walking and stretching are so beneficial for men over 50. But when you combine those habits with focused touch and deep breathing, you create a direct signal to your nervous system, one that tells your body to increase circulation where it matters most. Earl practiced this each morning for just 5 minutes. After 1 week, he said, "Doc, something strange is happening. I can actually feel warmth moving again." 2 weeks later, he told me, "I am waking up with strength I thought I lost years ago." His story isn't rare. Once men reactivate this pathway, their entire energy changes. They stand taller, move easier, and feel more connected to their body again. Here is what I recommend for lasting results. Start each morning with 3 steps. Step 1. Hydrate. Drink 1 glass of warm water right after you wake up. This helps thin your blood slightly and supports better flow. Step 2. Breathe deeply for 5 minutes. Inhale slowly, through your nose. Let your belly rise, then exhale gently. This increases nitric oxide, a natural compound your body uses to relax blood vessels. Step 3. Apply light pressure to the inner thigh line, tracing upward toward the groin, and finish by sitting quietly for a minute, letting your body settle into the feeling. When you combine these habits with the first pressure point under your pelvis, you begin to restore the full communication between your heart, your brain, and your manhood. Blood starts moving freely again. Nerves reconnect and oxygen returns to areas that have been quiet for years. You are not forcing your body to perform. You are simply reminding it how to function naturally. Men who practice this consistently often tell me they feel not only stronger but calmer. Their sleep improves, their stress drops, and their energy throughout the day feels smoother. That is the power of circulation and awareness working together. Gentlemen, by now you know 2 of the most important switches for male vitality: the route beneath you and the highway beside you. But to make this transformation last, you need more than just technique. You need to understand how to turn these signals into lasting habits that strengthen your confidence from the inside out. In the next part, I will share the stories of men who turned small daily routines into life-changing results and the science behind why their success was not luck but biology. Stay with me because this next part will show you how to make these changes permanent. When I first started teaching these methods, I was surprised by how many men carried not only physical tension but emotional weight in their bodies. Many felt they had failed as men simply because their strength had faded. But what I discovered in my years of practice is that once you restore blood flow and reconnect nerve signals, Something deeper also awakens a sense of self that most men thought they had lost forever. Let me tell you about Robert, a 7-year-old former engineer who came to see me after years of avoiding intimacy. He told me, "Dr. Morgan, my wife thinks I have stopped loving her, but the truth is I am just ashamed." He had tried pills, supplements, even strange devices he saw online, but nothing worked for long. I asked him to forget all of that for a moment and focus on something simpler: his awareness. We began with the same 2 pressure points you have just learned: the perineum to open the valve and the inner thigh pathway to free the circulation. I asked him to do 5 minutes every morning and every night, combining it with slow breathing. After 3 weeks, Robert came in smiling. He said, "I woke up this morning and felt warmth for the first time in years. My body feels alive again." But what struck me most was what he said next. "It is not just physical. I feel calmer, more confident, more present with my wife." His story is a perfect reminder that circulation is not just about blood. It is about connection between your body and your mind, between your physical health and your emotional well-being. Science supports this. The National Institutes of Health has documented that proper pelvic circulation not only supports erectile function, but also helps regulate hormones and mood. When your blood flow improves, so does oxygen delivery to the brain and the adrenal glands. That is why many men report clearer thinking, better sleep, and even reduced anxiety after practicing these techniques. Your body is built to heal itself once you give it the right signals. I often tell my patients to imagine their vitality like a river. When you are young, that river flows freely, strong, steady, and full of energy. Over time, debris builds up: stress, poor posture, lack of movement, shallow breathing. The river does not disappear, it just slows down. The moment you clear the path, the current returns. That is exactly what happens when you activate these 2 points. You are not creating something new. You are removing the blockages that stopped you from feeling like yourself. Thomas, the veteran you heard about earlier, once told me something that still moves me today. He said, "Doc, when I felt that pulse again, it was like my body was thanking me for not giving up on it." That statement captures what this work is really about. It is not vanity. It is gratitude for a body that has carried you for decades and still wants to serve you well. Every man I have helped has experienced one common moment: the day they realize they are in control again. They stop blaming age, stop fearing decline, and start understanding that health is a dialogue. Your body listens when you pay attention to it, and when you respond with care, it answers with strength. In my clinical practice, I have seen men in their 70 seconds rebuild their morning vitality naturally. Some of them regain intimacy with their partners after years of distance. Others simply find joy in waking up with energy and purpose. These are not miracles. They are the result of restoring what nature designed you to have. So if you have been feeling disconnected, remember Robert's story. Remember Harold and Thomas. Their results were not quick fixes. They were the outcome of small daily choices that reactivated what was already within them. Gentlemen, your vitality is not gone. It is simply waiting for you to turn the power back on. In the next part, I will walk you through a simple daily routine that keeps these pathways open, protects your circulation, and helps you maintain confidence for years to come. It takes less than 10 minutes a day, but the results can last a lifetime. Stay with me because the next few minutes will show you exactly how to keep this new strength alive. Now that you understand where your 2 main switches of vitality are, the root beneath you and the highway along your inner thigh, it is time to put everything together into a simple daily rhythm that keeps your body awake, responsive, and alive. The goal is not perfection. It is consistency. Because what your system needs most after 50 is steady, gentle reminders that it can still perform, still circulate, still feel. Start each morning before you even reach for your phone. Sit quietly on the edge of your bed with both feet on the floor. Place a small cushion or towel under your pelvis so that the perineum rests gently on it. Close your eyes and take 5 deep breaths. Feel your belly expand as you inhale and soften as you exhale. Then slowly shift your focus downward to that base point between your scrotum and anus. Allow your body weight to sink into that spot, releasing any tension. Do this for about 2 minutes. That simple practice opens the first valve of circulation. Next, move your hands to your inner thighs and trace the line from your knee up toward your groin using gentle pressure. Do this for another 2 or 3 minutes while breathing deeply. This activates your femoral pathway, the blood highway that delivers oxygen and warmth to the entire lower body. You do not need to press hard or massage aggressively. Light, steady contact is enough. With time, you will start to notice warmth spreading and a calm energy building throughout your lower body. Follow these 2 steps with a glass of warm water. Hydration after sleep helps your blood flow more easily and supports nitric oxide production, the natural molecule your body uses to keep vessels relaxed. Then stand up, stretch your legs, and take 10 slow breaths before you begin your day. The entire process takes about 5 minutes. Yet, it sends a powerful message through your body. I am alive. I am connected. I am ready. At night, repeat the same breathing pattern before bed. Focus on relaxation rather than stimulation. This teaches your nervous system that safety and softness are also part of strength. Over time, this daily ritual retrains both your body and your mind to work together again. You might be wondering how long it takes to notice results. For most men, I have guided subtle changes appear within the first 2 weeks. More warmth, a light pulse, or stronger morning energy. Within a month, many begin to feel younger, not only physically, but emotionally. The key is not to chase performance, but to build connection. The more you pay attention, the more your body remembers. Let me leave you with this thought. Your body was never designed to fade quietly. Every cell in you is wired for renewal. Even at 60, 70, or 80, your blood vessels can still expand. Your nerves can still fire, and your confidence can still grow. All it takes is awareness, patience, and consistency. The 2 pressure points are not magic. They are biology. They remind your system how to communicate, how to circulate, and how to respond to life again. Harold, the retired teacher you heard about earlier, once said something beautiful. He said, "I wake up now just feeling strong, but grateful. Grateful that my body still listens." That gratitude is where true vitality begins. When you treat your body like a partner instead of a problem, it rewards you with energy balance and confidence that lasts. So, here is your challenge. For the next 7 days, dedicate 5 quiet minutes each morning to reconnect with your body. Focus on your breathing, apply light pressure to your root and inner thigh, and simply feel. Leave a comment below after a week to tell me what you notice. Thousands of men around the world are on this same journey with you. Your experience might be the encouragement another man needs. If this message helped you, tap the like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear it. I am Dr. Julia Morgan, and I want you to remember this. Aging is not the end of vitality. It is simply the beginning of understanding it. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Every man's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain changes or personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your health deserves professional guidance.